This will probably sound like shit, and I don't even know if I'll use this or I'll redo it, but anyways, you want to be successful? First of all, we all know you got to give up sleep. You got to give up sleep first and foremost. You know you're not going to be getting any sleep. If you love sleep, fuck, this really sucks. But if you want to be successful, you're going to have to give up sleep. Now, sometimes especially when you're going through those growth periods, those really rapid growth periods, especially where you're just absorbing everything and taking everything in and really kicking it up. You know what you would call a notch, other people might call 10 fucking 20 notches, right? I really don't know, but when you're kicking it up a notch, like Emerald, like bam, you know what I mean? And if you don't like what you're doing, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, get the fuck out. Go do something else. Go find something else that you are passionate about, because I'll tell you right now, you're gonna have to give up sleep, you're gonna have to give up all of your pleasures, anything that takes you away from the work, the job, the mission, the goal. You gotta give that shit up. Give it up. At least temporarily. Or take one of those things that you like. You know, like for me, I like to read the news in the morning. So I haven't given up reading the news in the morning yet, right? That's been my thing. I haven't given that up. Or checking the news, you know, again at night, basically. So I check the news twice a day. Sometimes, yeah, you know, then during work, because I'm in a tech field, so I'll check tech news. Sometimes right now I don't even have the time to check that once a day, the tech news. So aside from that, I give my family time and pretty much myself no time. And sometimes that gets really fucking frustrating and really fucking pisses me off. You know, especially when things aren't organized, or it takes me longer to do something that it shouldn't do, when I already know that I'm always constantly under a time crunch. That really pisses me off. So, you know, also, you want to be successful, be organized. An organized person is a successful person. You can't really be successful without being organized. You're unorganized, you take extra time, you know, to find something that's normally in a spot, but now you didn't put it there because you just came home tired and whatever, and you fucked up. Now you're spending, let's say you're taking an extra minute to find your keys, or sometimes we all know what that's like, trying to look for your keys, trying to find your keys. Sometimes, you know, you might take an extra fucking 10 minutes to find your keys, and that's a really, really upsetting thing. It really pisses me off when I'm taking longer to find something that I shouldn't. So, you know, right now you're gonna have to give everything up, and let's say you like social media, right? A lot of people really love social media, and you have a business. So the time that you put into social media, because you like being on that, and it just kind of, you know, when you're waiting on the elevator or whatever, you should be putting that into your business's social media, not your own personal social media, right? I understand, you know, those of you who have had a personal account for a while and you want to keep that going, I suggest you don't look at other people's feed. Looking at other people's feed is probably only going to also just piss you off. It really will, because other people, they only post, you know, whatever's so magnificent to them. It's just whatever's under this little microscope. They get to shine, you know, put whatever piece of their life they want to shine a light on, and that's it, right? So don't look at other people's feed when you're busting your ass 24/7, and sometimes it's really, really frustrating to get to this goal that you're trying to get towards. You got no sleep, you're not eating properly, probably, you're not exercising properly, and you're just moving forward. And the other thing is, if when you're kicking it up a notch, when you're ratcheting it up, if you're not getting super excited about that, then if that doesn't give you that adrenaline rush, right, that means you're not passionate about what you're doing, you don't love what you're doing, you need to get the fuck out. You need to find something that will give you that, because you're already giving up everything. You're giving it up. And sometimes, you know, you think, oh, I'm gonna slow down, I'm gonna stop when I hit this, and you ride that out for a bit. But, you know, successful people always want more, and especially in a never-changing world, you know, no matter what it is, whether it's fashion, whether it's art, whether it's tech, whether it's accounting, whether it's working at a museum or doing construction, or whatever it is. There's always new tools, new techniques, better methods, another way to be more efficient, to save money, or basically to grow. That you're always going to be growing in whatever industry you are in. So you'll ride things out for a while, and then you'll get kind of bored, and you'll almost want to change career paths or something. And then what you sometimes need to look at first is ways to stay within your field and become passionate about it again. Hit that growth period, kick it up a notch. And when you do that, like for me in my business right now, I'm getting a real energy burst from going deeper on into these repairs and wanting actually to get away from the easier repairs. And in doing so, I see Jason from STS Telecom was just saying in his most recent video that he's done with doing screen repairs and desktop repairs. And the thing is, it's hard to walk away from that. It's hard to walk away from something that makes you money and makes you good money but that was becoming very passionate and more excited about doing these other things that are scarier, much scarier, but in the end they actually pay better. And in the end, once you have all the knowledge and once you hit that plateau again, then you get to ride that out for a while, right? You get to ride that out, and the thing is, you're riding out a better plateau. You're riding out a higher plateau. You'll have, the two things that we want, right? Time is money, and money is time. So we always want more time, and we always want more money when it has to do with our profession, right? If you could apply this to something that's a non-profit or a complete charity or something that you do in your, on the weekend, you grab a trash bag and you go out to the river and you collect trash, right? And then you figure out, I've been picking up trash just with a glove and bending down a lot, so let me get one of those garbage pokers that I see people use, and then let me get a thing that my trash bag attaches to my trash bag so that I can swing the stuff in there and not have to, it just gets in the bag faster. Oh, and then if I use it this way, it doesn't tear the bag. And you understand what I mean? Whatever, it doesn't have to be necessarily a money thing, but in any project that you're doing, you want to become better, and when you're in the midst of that, and when you're driving towards the river, and driving home at night, your thoughts might want to be on that, or maybe that's your one thing that you give yourself. But here's my point: you want to be successful at something, you're gonna have to give up every fucking thing that gives you personal happiness or some personal gratification, or that is leisure. You're gonna have to give up all your leisure activities. You ain't gonna have them, and it could be depending on what you're doing. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years, right? That you're gonna have to give that stuff up, and if you're passionate about it, then you're not gonna be angry about it. Because it sucks. At times it really, really sucks. And, at my business, at times I get really, really angry about it. Like, even just recently, I've been getting angry about it again. And then, I've been, it's also been a push and pull for me right now, where I've been climbing, ratcheting it up. I'm hitting all these walls, so that's frustrating. I could easily fall back and do what I'm doing, but I'm really unhappy doing that. So even it's tough sometimes, even when you're in it, you got to remember when you're getting angry that while you're doing it and that you actually do like it, and that these are just the everyday hurdles. Every day there's going to be hurdles, so you're going to have to give up that anger too. So yeah, those are my thoughts on giving shit up to be successful, and I hope that would help you.